72 entries, and yeah, it was the fast. So far, it's been the fastest pro modified field ever put together in racing history.
Oh my god.
Dude, it was crazy watching this weekend. What I could watch, they had
Yeah.
they had it. They were down there all week, doing free live feeds, um, Tuesday through Friday, but Saturday and Sunday you had to go over to. It's called Flow Racing. Fuck, they want $60 a month, Johnny, just to have a subscription to watch some of these big races. Oh yeah, but they cover all kinds of racing, snowmobile racing. But a lot of them I want to watch is the big drag racing events. But I just don't justify every month paying $60 for one or two races a month.
I don't blame you. No, I don't blame that.
Don't let Mike whip you too bad on that game.
See,
Yeah, don't hurt yourself. You all
someone
right?
put me in the nuts.
Oh,
Oh.
but yeah, there
Like,
was,
what do you
and I
want,
was,
asshole?
but yeah, and I was telling them too. A lot of there was like 4 or 5 of the street outlaw guys that are actually racing professionally that made the field down there, and there were a couple of them were real popular ones like Kai Kelly, Murder Nova, Sean Ellington, even some big name NHRA pro stock racers made the field for this pro mod class. It was pretty neat.
Yeah.
Then of course, like I was telling everybody too, Ohio was represented well in 2 classes down there. The 10.5 class, which is a 28 by 10.5 inch tire. It's a small tire ordeal. Bill Lutz set the track, set the tires record for a 391 on a small tire, fastest anybody's ever been on a 28-inch tire. So, and he's from here in Ohio. He went 391 with a 3 for his fastest pass.
He's nuts.
And then somebody local to me, like not even 30 minutes away from me, ended up making it to the 4th round. I've mentioned them on here, Gen 2 Garage, Tommy and Allison. Hey Gus, what's
Oh,
happening, buddy? He made it to the 4th round, got knocked out at 8 cars, but he still holds the points lead for the class that he's racing. So he's got one more race to go. Um, if he makes it at least the fourth or makes it to the 4th round again, it's pretty much his
fuck yeah.
championship to win. Dude, he's got a shot at almost 80 grand to win in this class. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, he was a no name junior dragster racer. His brother is the one I talked about having street racing channel.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So, but yeah, he did really good. We got another event that's going to be free to see on YouTube. It's called Sick Week. It's a drag and drive event. You got a bunch of drive to different tracks and everything all throughout the state of Florida. Do the fastest times, the average at the end for, and they've got a bunch of different classes that they do. But you drive. There's guys driving these pro mods on the street, dude. Hundreds of miles, hitting these tracks, making hits, recording fat times, then loading up, traveling to the next checkpoint and the next racetrack that's like 200 or 300 miles away in these cars. And this is all starts next week.
Jesus.
Dude, it is neat. I've got to see it, man. Yeah, it's one of these times I'm gonna have to fly you in or come kidnap you when it's going on and bring you down here to
Fuck
Ohio for
yeah.
when they do it.
Fuck
Um,
yeah.
but well,
Dude.
like Corey was talking, we got a bunch of stuff local to both of us, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and New York coming up here soon too. So,
Hell yeah.
but yeah, Sick Week's a big deal. It's a big drag and drive event, man. Dennis Bailey puts it on, and it is cool as hell. Um, my guest last Sunday that me and Johnny had, Corey Butcher from We Broke Garage, him and his wife actually was in the not the racing side of it, but actually going track to track with his wife's Blazer for the first time. So that's what he was talking about last week on the show is the first time experience and stuff. I think it'd be
Oh
neat.
yeah.
I think what's having two Jeeps. I think I need to build a rough truck and then make one for just the street and do a drag and drive events.
Hmm.
I think that'd be cool to do.
Have most of your terrains covered. Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, not only that, I'll have one I can race during fair, and then the other one even if I wanted to get the family together and just go on a cruise, I can load the family up in it and not have to worry about not fitting them in it.
Hmm. Very true.
So, and then we can use it for vacation time too.
Hell yeah.
Go see different things. So, but yeah, it'd be neat. You're we'll get back to the Dragon Drive here in a little bit. Your boy Cooper Webb choked over the weekend, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll give him kudos. Well, Tomac ended up finishing third, so he didn't get 3 wins in a row. But
Yeah.
Cooper
It
Webb
could have
ended
been a
up
little bit
getting.
worse.
Oh yeah. Well, this Anaheim track this second time around. It was a tricky track, bud. I watched it. They had a hell of a time. Bad part is that was actually an amateur motocross racer that broke his neck out there that they did in between the rounds. He actually did not die, but he might as well have. Yeah, they had amateurs out there basically like me and you being out there racing on a pro track, which was
Yeah.
stupid. Yeah, he ended up hurting himself pretty damn bad. Fortunately, he did not pass away like everybody on the internet said he
Whoa.
did. So yeah,
Yeah.
and then well, hell, Levi Kitchen had a scare in the 250 class.
Yeah.
He folded himself in half and still barely even got up to walk away. And he's supposed to be Hayden Deegan's biggest competition, and he's choked so far in the first 3 races.
Oh yeah. Right.
Dude, I mean, he's been terrible. Yeah, the bad part with your boy Webb, man, I was actually pulling for him because he was doing good.
Yeah.
So, um, no,
Oh.
did you see it?
Yeah. He had a collision.
Yeah, they should not like a lot of. I agree with a lot of people. Amateurs do not belong on a pro circuit track that's built like that. I'm sorry.
No. No. Because you got ways to maneuver that bike where they
Well,
don't know how to work with it like that.
no, not on a track as fast as that's set up and the way the jumps are and everything. I mean, it's just it's crazy. But yeah, Chase Sexton got actually his first win of the year for Kawasaki, which was surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah, he beat Hunter Lawrence, one of the Lawrence brothers, and Eli Tomac. He passed them both in one turn to take the lead and never looked back. He actually did good this time. He looked
Yeah.
good on the bike.
Hell yeah.
We'll see. It's still early though. That
Yeah.
450
Right.
class is, dude. That 450 class is stacked. It really is.
Oh fuck yeah.
I mean, everybody was pulling for Jet. And honestly, as much as I hate to admit it, if Jet Lawrence was healthy, I don't think we'd be talking. It'd be between him and Eli Tomac right now in the first 3 races. I really think those two would be the top 2 guys in the 450 class.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, Cooper wrecked, ended up coming clear back in the main event and ended up finishing fifth. But what is weird is he was where he's at in points last year and still won the championship. So we can't sleep him out after just 3 races. It's still early in the season. He ended up coming back and getting wins and shit. So your boy could bounce back, man. They got Houston this coming week, so
See, that's one thing I've learned that right up until literally almost the last event, there's almost always time to bounce back.
oh yeah, that's in anything though, man. You've talked about that many a times, buddy.
Yes. Oh yeah.
I look, I really do. After I look for him to really come on strong the rest of the season. He's my next pick behind Tomac though to win it. He always
Oh,
has
hell yeah.
been. But yeah, I mean,
Mm.
to bounce back like that, it was neat. But yeah, they had some gnarly ass wrecks there. But of course, the amateur wreck was the talk of the whole weekend, though, which sucked. Hey Eva, how's it going?
It's all good to see you, brother.
But yeah, I agree. You can have your class A riders in the amateur level.
Yeah.
They race a high tier competition like the Loretta Lynn Classic down in Tennessee and shit like that. I could see that, but I guess they were saying these were like B and C level racers, basically your fair show racers and stuff. They were the
Yeah.
little guys doing. I mean, yeah, you're giving them a platform, but not like that. That's not the way you want
Oh.
to do things, man.
You
Motocross is
want to give him
already
a good
getting.
shirt.
Well, it's not only that. Motocross is already getting a black eye at some of these tracks because one, not having the proper personnel to take care of somebody when they're wrecked, and then when these pro guys are wrecking, look what the Malcolm Stewart and Baraka deal the first race of the year. Look how long it took him to get to Baraka laying on the ground. They worried more about his bike than they did him, which was
Yeah, I know,
stupid.
right?
So I mean, they got to do better, especially when you're on that kind of platform, man.
See, it goes to show what we've talked about a couple of times that when somebody's true fucking colors come out, there ain't no looking at that otherwise. That's their true fucking colors.
Well, and the bad part is it's like any big racing organization, man. A lot of them are stepping up their game, but it's like Supercross and the whole ordeal has gone backwards. That is one of the most dangerous sports besides fucking bull riding. You're there. There's nothing really to protect you or anything else. Yes, in a car you same results, but you're more exposed in those two sports than you are anything else. So you need the response. You need the people. Fuck the bike. Worry about the person. Who cares about the damn bike?
Right. A bike
When
can be rebuilt. People can't always be rebuilt.
right. Well, that's like when Kitchen wrecked during the heat race. He literally caught a berm, folded himself in half. It took him literally getting up his fucking self, shaking himself off, and finishing the race. It was almost 10 minutes before somebody walked over, a track official walked over and even checked on him. And he was already back on his bike and finished the race.
Mm. It, see, whereas we talked about,
It happened on the first set of jumps, Nick, with the with the amateur deal that happened out there. So it was interesting to see what happened. They all got caught.
hmm, in the end, you want to talk about making everybody look bad. The fans themselves got to ask why they're cheering on when somebody just fucking flipped over and crowbarred
Well,
themselves.
that's the reason a lot of people watch NASCARs because of the wrecks. Um, the only motocross death that's happened within the last 2 years. One was a 12-year-old boy in Georgia, and that was last year.
Oh man,
And then the other guy, hey, what's up, Zemphius? What's happening, brother?
yeah, it's good to see you.
Um, but yeah, one of the riders dislocated the hip and in severe concussion. That's what ended up actually
Ooh,
happening with that amateur rider. And then Aaron
fuck that.
Plessinger and one of the other guys and Chance Hymas. had a dislocated shoulder. This all happened there. But yeah, the amateur rider got a severe concussion. They still haven't gave any more updates. Broke his hip and broke his collarbone on top of the concussion. So I mean, that's pretty fucking rough. Uh, but yeah, I mean, they need to do better. I mean, Zemphius knows what it's like. He works at a dirt track, man, and he knows how fast a wreck can happen at one of those. You got to have the personnel, man. You got to have people that, sometimes it's hard to get there, but at the same time, you need to put forth the effort.
See, I hate the grim take on it, but at the same time, it's the pure prime example of when people say things can change in an instant. That literally can and will change in a fucking instant. There's no time to take things back.
I
Somebody
mean,
slips or something happens.
yeah, I mean, like I said, it happens in any sport, man. I mean, dirt track racing, you get guys get tangled up, they barrel roll, they everything else. I mean, that happens.
So,
Drag racing, you got the motors blowing apart, catching fire, hitting walls, breaking loose. I mean, anything can happen. But like I said, with bull riding, the rough stocks of the rodeo
yeah.
and dirt bike racing, you're exposed majorly bad. There's nothing you can do about it.
No,
But yeah, it needs to be the where the it has to be that way. They need the personnel there, but they're spreading themselves so thin for not having the help they need.
right.
But like you said, you got a big organization. Why can't they be better prepared and spend the money like they do on everything else?
Well, see, so that's always what a lot of the argument's been is the first half of that's the same. Well, we're a big organization, but how do you expect us to spread ourselves out that thin? Because you're a big organization, you have that much to work with,
Right.
or should.
You figure, I mean, you should be able to have more access to emergency personnel and pay to have people trained more than what you do.
Yes.
I mean, hell, my local track here, the Route 62,
Yeah.
damn near everybody there is. I get it, it's CPR training and some first aid stuff, but he does have a medical staff, EMS on site. There's at least 6 members of the EMS that's there every race he puts on. He
Yeah.
even hell, during practice days, there's 6 volunteer firefighters there, EMS is there during his practice days when he's open. So he's always got somebody that's properly trained.
Yep.
And then
It,
you got like I said, you got this giant ass Monster Energy ordeal, Supercross, but yet they don't have the personnel to cover something like this.
now, yes, Neil, a lot of that's on the whole monster branch themselves because you want to make that big, popular, famous name for yourself, but you're not showing people that look, we are somebody who can cover all those bases and make something set up right. Then what are you
Right.
trying to do?
Exactly. And I mean, yeah, you're right, Hans. That it is. It's the truth though. With the Teslas, everything else, the smart cars. You're right though. I mean, that's what you can tell you. It's in self drive.
And
Exactly. Zemphius, right here. Like I said, the perfect man to talk to. They have
sure,
how much? I'm sure Zemphius, majority of your money goes besides your crews. The safety's more important out there where you're at because you guys hold on big money races and shit at your track, man.
yeah,
And technically, here in Ohio, you are not allowed to have a racing event unless you have EMS on site or at least an ambulance close by.
yes.
Bad part is my track down the road from me never did none of that and still got away with it for years. Oh yeah, dude. They had like two trained volunteers there, but they never had a squad, nothing. It was crazy. They got away with it for years.
The fuck?
Yeah, don't ask me, man. So it's just the county I live in. It's a fucking joke, dude, when it comes to shit like that.
No, that's yet another portion of the factors of it. When you have a county that doesn't take the proper precautions or doesn't give two shades of a shit about the passion for what they're setting up, things like that are going to happen. Is that
Well,
okay? No.
the thing is, the town I live in, they want the track shut down because they built a trailer parks around it. So that's kind of why it's one of those deals. They've been basically this is the 70 years this track's been in existence, and they've been trying for the last 40 years since I was 3 years old to try to get this track shut down because they built these things, these mobile homes around
Good.
it. So I kind of see where you know what I mean.
I do. All I'm saying is, in those portion of years, you're pushing towards this track in a couple more years, being a part of history.
It actually is right now. I mean, once it hit its 50-year mark,
Yeah, man.
it was part of it, and it's just a shame. And unfortunately, so far the news of it all is we won't have that track because it's not opening this year again. So we'll see what
Uh,
happens. But that's what happens when you actually don't. Somebody can't own the track outright because it needs some work done to it. To
sure. Some of the best things we're keeping alive do need work.
hands, I used to play all the racing games when I had my PS3 and my Xbox One. I played all kinds
Oh
of
yeah.
them.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
My favorite though of all time was on PS2. It was Dirt to Daytona because you had the dirt track racing all the way up to the NASCARs. That is still one of my most favorite games. Um, Xiphius, we've had to wait. Oh yeah, man, it is. I mean, I've seen it at other racetrack drag strips around here that once the squad's gone and they didn't have something open, they delayed the races. Other than my local track, they never did that shit. They just continue going. But like
Oh,
Summit Motorsports Park, National Trails, Xenia, and them, they usually have two squads on call, but sometimes there's been only one, and yeah, when it's left, they've delayed until it come back. But at least they had the crew there, the crews are there, but still they made it where um, you weren't racing unless the squad was there in case something like that happened again, man. I mean,
yeah.
everybody wants to cut corners. That's like my event I'm wanting to put on. I've already talked to the fire department in the town the fairgrounds is at. They've told me that I have to give them at least 3 months notice. So what's up, Robbie? There's no
Chilling.
auction. I don't have an auction. Sorry, but yeah, they did that stuff and everything else. So
Right on.
and but yeah, I mean it's just I've got them involved. I have to give them at least a month's notice so they can schedule the people and have a squad over there for it.
Oh
Plus, the
yeah.
fire department's sending volunteers over to help cover for the 2 days. So I mean, I've already got my stuff in place for that ordeal. So,
Right on.
but, but yeah, I mean, that's just this weekend was an eye opener for, especially in the motocross world, man. I mean, it just sucks that you got the big money grab. They must have,
Oh yeah.
Robbie. Yeah, I don't have no auctions on this. This is a podcast, bud. Sorry about that. We have Zethia said they got a 10-man full-time fire EMS and extraction train that are just their employees at the track alone. That's fucking what I was talking about. Johnny Bong, Hands of Seeds has got a question.
This is something called an S racer. It is one of the chairs styled like a gaming rocker, but it's not like touching the floor. It's more like a desk chair style. Dude, it's got awesome support for the back though. Here, we got two separate cushions, and then I put a back support on the in between those.
Yeah, those I heard those are nice gaming chairs and everything, office
Love
chairs.
them. Love them.
So, but, but yeah, Zephyrs, that's what most tracks need. They just gotta have that shit set up.
Yeah, right.
But you got anything you want to talk about, Johnny?
Uh,
Or do you have a brain fart?
I have got a brain fart tonight, brother. I'll be honest with you.
You're good, man. It's all good. That's okay. You'll be excited for Thursday. You'll like the guests I got coming on Cold Blooded Conversations, dude.
Hell yeah!
I tagged you in a post on Facebook, so.
Thank you.
But yeah, I mean that's the big thing tonight. I really want to talk about. It's the safety personnel that for
I don't
big
blame you.
races.
See, so about that though, I'll be honest. Even in I say I grew up on this pin dot little point on a map. Only two people that I've ever conversated with in my life outside of that town have heard of that town. Um, but within that, even when something went down that had safety precautions, I'll be honest. At first, none were taken. But after so long, after a couple of years of dealing with what can happen when you don't have anything set up, started to get safety precautions set up and went through the correct facet of things.
Right, but I mean, it's just still the. Is it going to literally take a death to open their eyes up? You know what I mean?
I agree with that. It shouldn't. It shouldn't. You know.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those deals, dude. It's just crazy the way you figure bigger events and stuff, they would be more prepared.
Well, it puts into example that sure we've heard it said that mistakes make us learn. Well, these type of mistakes, you shouldn't have to learn from. You shouldn't have to have that happen in order to learn.
Exactly, but the bad part is it's going that way all across the country, though, man. That's the thing. You see it all the time at even in these smaller events, man. There's not enough EMS and all that stuff. So
Standards are going fucking down.
there's only 350 people in this town. Absolutely. Yeah, but Zephyrs, look at all the fans you guys bring out to your track, though, man. I mean, and for you guys to have what you put on out there is freaking amazing. It's insane.
Huh.
So here's my question to you, Johnny. Say you
Yeah.
were putting on a major event, you had all these big time sponsors, everything else, and you were putting on something like Monster does. What's the first thing, your opinion? What is the first thing you're going to do besides making sure the prize money and stuff's there? What would be your first priority setting up an event?
So know who is coming to it thoroughly. All right. You want to know, of course, that the drivers that are coming to it can handle themselves on the track, can handle maneuvering. It's one of the basic first of all to making sure that the littlest goes wrong. Well, let's say sure there's things that we can't help, but you don't want to put somebody who you know is wavering all over the track on with a bunch of guys that know exactly how to handle themselves and more. It's either going to end badly for just that person particularly or for everybody else as a whole.
Right. Hey, what's up, Chaka? Yes, Zemphius, you are right. Safety is for the fans. That is exactly right. First is safety. It's for the fans. And
Yeah,
that's what Johnny's saying. I mean, even for your people that come to your events, safety all the way across the board for everybody, not only the fans, your riders, their pit crews, whatever. It's just one of those deals that you got to put that as your priority, and that's the small things, like you said. A lot of these things are forgetting.
yes.
You're correct, Zemphius. Exactly. Second is drivers. Third is the staff. Yep, it is. But yes, fans are. They are important. I mean, that's why
Oh
the
yeah.
fair. Well, the fairgrounds. When I would put my event on, they actually put a NASCAR fence up, one of what they call the roll fence, and because we had a modified rough truck actually go through over the concrete barrier and almost take the people out on the pit side. So they implemented that.
Don't blame it. Jesus.
But yes, Zemphius, we all know the risk. The bad part of it is you got your morons out there that still want to be dumb, especially when they got liquid courage in them at these events. That shit happens,
So with
especially as
that,
a spectator. Especially as a spectator. Hey, what's
indeed,
up, James?
indeed. Well, with that, they wonder why some events are constricted and almost to the point where they're being an asshole to people to stay on task and not go nuts.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
if you're motivated by how many, let's say, awry events that you've seen where bad shit can happen, that seems like a good thing to be motivated by. Where at least people, if they do act out of line or act in a harmful way, maybe a little bit of snapback at them comes from somewhere.
Well, sometimes you got to, and sometimes it's. I've been at events where I've seen the staff, be dicks because they had that one asshole that didn't want to play by the rules, and then
Right,
they
it
take it
ruined
out
it for
on
everybody else.
right. And I've seen it multiple times on occasions for that shit, man. I mean, between my going to the derbies, the rough truck events, drag racing events, dirt track events, I get the biggest thing is some of the people are like giant kids. You can't control them at all the time, but still there should be some self control so it
Well,
doesn't ruin it for everybody else.
all right. Then at the end, you get people that, let's say, it's their first time going to it, and they're like, why are these people such assholes? Maybe there's somebody that came there before you that made those implements in place.
Oh, and the prime example a man has to deal with this stuff on the daily is our boy Xinthius, because he sees it all. He's
Yeah,
had to deal with the positive, the negative, and everything. I mean, he's
yeah,
a prime example.
fuck yeah.
$10 on Johnny Bongs.
Huh. Huh.
But yeah, it's one of those things, man. It's little shit. And then they wonder why people can't get insurance to put events on or why it's so high. Is because of shit like this.
Right.
So, all right, Bubba. I don't have anything else to say or anything else. We'll go ahead and wrap this up tonight. Thank you all
Yeah,
again for jumping in
take
the
care,
chatter's
buddy.
box and tuning in. Um, Everybody out there, try to have a good rest of your week. Hopefully, you guys are staying warm, got power, food, and everything else. Just stay close to each other. Night, Xanthius. We'll catch you later, buddy. Thank you again, man.
He's not this.
Um, like I said, thanks for tuning in again on Speedway Stories tonight. Like I said, we are just talking about safety and some results from over the weekend, getting everybody's opinion on it and stuff. Needless to say, they need to start doing better because to try to put an event on, I'm dealing with it myself right now, is trying to get insurance to cover my event. And it's not easy because the premiums are through the roof. I'll just tell you that.
Oh, yeah. The more mistakes happen, the higher that price is going to go.
Oh yeah, and it's because they see it across the board. It ain't just local; it's all the way across the board. But tune in tomorrow night for Glick's House of Music. Glick's got a guest and everything on his show. It's 8 o'clock. If you guys like local music and everything else, tune in here on the network. Wednesday night is Hump Day Ha-Has with Brittany and Michael. And then Thursday night, me and Johnny are back here. We have a special guest, um, Blue Zombie Morphs, which is one of the ball python and reptile breeders that I know, and is going to come on and talk about the hobby and everything else. Thursday night at 8 o'clock here on the network. Friday's still open in the air. Saturday night is our nonsense, where we have the open panel challenge. Everybody come up, hang out, have a good time. This is where I met this goofy bastard and became my co-host. I wouldn't trade it for the world though. And
Likewise, bro.
then Sunday, with it wrapping up and everything else, football season stuff since Super Bowl and all that. Glick and Rick will be on to talk sports, and then we're back here Monday night with Speedway Stories with me and Johnny. You guys all have a great evening. Thank you all again for
Have a
tuning in
great
and
evening.
stuff. I appreciate it. Make
Always good
sure
to
you
see
hit that
everybody.
like, share, and subscribe button. Tell your friends about us. We'll catch you guys later. Bye.
Yes.